Welcome back. In this episode, I must decide whether I'm fit to fight on Saturday. Development during the day. These arrived. You may have seen my unboxing video. These are vegan, so leather free, Savate boots made for me by Topsport Savate, and I tried them out last night. Let's have a look. I'm getting used to the boots, so I'm hesitant to start with, and John exploits my slowness. But soon I'm picking up points with a front foot jab. But here I lose more in reply. I should develop more of these rear leg opportunities. So far as foot movement goes, this interior angle wins me a few replies, or outside angle for getting out of trouble. John threw a threatening number of head kicks at me, but I'm quite pleased with the accuracy of this 2-point response. I wasn't quite sure of my feet, but that could have been down to breaking in the shoes, but my legs felt okay, so I think I'm on. I'm talking to you on Tuesday. I think I'm going to go and fight on Saturday, but I discovered something else. I haven't done as much kick practice as I would normally. For years and years, if I just pass a mirror or just as I go about my home life, I'll pick up a leg, throw a couple of kicks. I'm so used to it, and my body is so used to it, that I know better than anybody where that kick is going to go into that one or down again, or whether someone's guard changes, I can throw that and then round the back of their hand, or on this leg, can I get the height on this revers and depth? That was my preoccupation every time I not only trained but almost passed a mirror. That is what I haven't been doing with the ankle injury. So I just did about 20-30 minutes of that, and my God, it felt good. This is kind of serving two functions. One is making me work with boots on mats, which might be quite similar to what happens on Saturday. And two is making these boots a bit softer, a bit more worn, so when I get there, they're not brand new. I don't want to take these boots outdoors because boxing boots have got very thin soles, and on outdoor surfaces they wear through. So I'm going to need to relax on Saturday, and I realise I owe you something I dropped into an earlier part of this series on the psychology of relaxation. This anonymous looking book is actually one of the best you'll find on the subject. He distinguishes between a desire, which is simply an impulse or a wish to do something, and intent. Intention is required to lead desires towards activities which will help to realise them. So intent is no longer wishful thinking, it's actually the impulse to get out there and do it. That's all well and good, but intent is lost or undirected without commitment, which is the next stage up. Commitment allows you to stabilise your desires and assure yourself you're not going to give up. Through commitment, we find ourselves obliged to hold on to a project. It means you don't get distracted by other intentions or other desires along the way. But for vice, there's a further stage. Commitment is commendable, but it's also rigid. It sees activities through, but it only knows how to proceed in one way. For him, dedication is more general and can see a commitment through whatever the circumstance and whatever the obstacles are to get there. Whereas commitment only knows one way, dedication knows many. Dedication is kind of a promise to yourself to do everything in order that excellence may be achieved or at least approached. It's rare. It's of great value. Some of the people you train with may be more dedicated than others, and you can spot that special quality when you find it. But for Vice, there's one further stage, which he calls relaxation. Relaxation is the art of avoiding an inclination in any particular direction. If engaged in by a committed man, it permits a number of possible acts to be on the same footing. Unless a man can relax, he will occasionally do what does not necessarily cohere with what the prospect demands. If you're relaxed, you can do anything, because everything is even in front of you, and you're not stressing yourself to this action or compelling yourself to do that. Relaxation is an even distribution of attention and an even distribution of effort, and that's the ultimate state for an athlete.